David, David Chase says, just got my Security Plus on my time. I'm about to do a program where I can choose from 6 certs. Okay, that's cool. Which ones do you recommend? The CIS, the CYSA Plus, the CAP are highly on my list. The risk management framework. What are the ones that you can you choose from? You said there are 6. So I'm assuming that's 2 of them. CYSA Plus and CAP, CISSP for control assessor, or CISSP for control assessor. I would say, how many years of experience do you have? If you have experience with, if you have, I would say CISSP. There's nothing gonna come close to that. If they're giving you the option to do CISSP, take 2 years of your life and just do CISSP. It'll be worth your time. It changed my life. I have a CISSP. After I got that, gloves were off, mask off. Like it was over. It was over. Like it's over. Like I get contacts from every spectrum of cybersecurity, like stuff that I'm not even qualified for. I'm getting offers for these jobs, and it's like it's not even fair. If you get the CISSP, if you have the option to take that, you should do that one for sure. But back to David. David, look, what actual certifications are they offering you? If it was between CYSA and CAP, which one would I choose? It would really depend on what you want to do, because those are different certs for different things. So the CYSA is for if you're going to be working in a SOC. That's a cybersecurity analyst work, which I've done, which is very fun. Like you're looking at logs, you're looking for security incidents and things like that. Not a bad job. Usually like some kind of a shift work. If you're looking for a position in doing security compliance, then that's going to be a CAP, ISC2 CAP. Which one pays better really depends on the position and the organization you're working for and the state. Depends on a lot of things, but they're both pretty comparable. They're both pretty. And I can show you what I mean by that. Let's look at the pay charts of these. I'm on Google right now. I'm gonna go ahead and search. I'm gonna go to Indeed. Actually, we could just go like this. We just go cyber security and now analyst. So cybersecurity analyst. Let's see if we can find a pay scale for them. Normally, you have a pay scale, right? And cybersecurity analyst is a very broad term. Like many different organizations use it in different ways. But here you go, right here. Average is saying medium income for an information security analyst. Slightly different terminology is about 90. But now let me show you a ISO. An ISO is somebody who does cybersecurity compliance for the government. And their salary is a little bit higher. Like you're looking at 112 in Colorado. That's in Colorado, though, so that means it's pretty high throughout the United States. Let's look at median. Let me show you guys on TikTok what I'm looking at here. If I can, man, they make this camera so hard to flip around, man. I don't know why they do that. Anyway, yeah, does that show the screen? Nope. Wow, it's super small. Man, y'all gotta fix this TikTok. Y'all gotta fix this. CYS. Okay, ISO salary in Washington, D.C. Okay, watch this. This is going to be different. Anywhere from 51,000 a year to 143,000 a year. So, yeah. So the median is about. So yeah, I would say security compliance is easier, to be honest. You don't normally have shift work with it. It's much easier. JP says CAP is good because it's the only cert that focuses entirely on the risk management framework process. It's one of the only certs. Yeah, there's a few. There's like SANS has a course that focuses on it. And there's a couple smaller certs that are not as big that focus on it. But the CAP, the ISC2 CAP from the organization called ISC2 is one of the best organizations out there. So they've done a real good job of promoting it. And he says, you'll understand all the roles involved with risk management framework. Example, ISSE, ISSO, ISSM, security owner, and SCA. Yeah, absolutely true. what JP's saying is absolutely. This guy knows what he's talking about. Chase says pretty much all the mainstream ones. You can basically choose any 6, and I want to add CAP to my Security Plus and apply for risk management framework roles. I also have a DoD clearance, so that's my plan. Okay, so my suggestion to you, David, would be to go for the if CAP is on your list and you want to remain in risk management framework, then the CAP is a better choice than the SC and then the SCA for sure. The CSYA, I should say, because a CSYA is for a cybersecurity analyst type position. So if you're looking for risk management, now if they give you the choice of doing that or a CISSP, then I would do CISSP for sure. I would. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I would do either CASP plus. Look it up if you don't know what it is. CASP plus or CISSP. Man, stop messing around. Like if you want to go hard, those are the 2 certs you should go for. One of those 2 certs, and I would recommend the CISSP. A downgrade from that, if you want to remain risk management framework, would probably be the there's a couple in between. The CAP is okay. You know what? Let's let the numbers speak for themselves. Let me show you. Let me show you all what's on my mind. Let me show you what's on my mind. Okay. Let me show you. Let me show you some numbers. Don't take my word for it. I'm gonna show you some numbers. We're gonna look at ISC2, Indeed, Indeed.com. Okay, one of my favorite sites for research. So watch this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Now let's say you wanted to go. Let's try the CYSA plus first. Watch this. Now what you'll notice is the number of jobs is going to fluctuate. The number of jobs is going to show the marketability of how many organizations are looking for that particular cert. Now it just changed. CYSA just changed my. Okay, there it is right there. CYSA. That's what we're looking for. If it doesn't change again. Okay, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Now look at this. Look at the number of jobs. I want you to pay special attention to this. Why is this important? The reason why this number, 2,045 jobs in the last, 30 days? I think it's searching in the last 30 days. In the last 30 days, let's assume it's 30 days, 28 days, whatever. That's how many organizations are looking for this particular certification, right? That's the marketability of it. That's showing you how many people are, how in demand is this, right? Now, let's look at the next one you had on your list, the CAP. ISC2 CAP. Now, if I put just normal CAP, there's too many other CAP certifications. There's a CAP for auditing. There's a CAP for CPAs. There's so many different CAP certifications, so I can't just put CAP. There's 30 jobs for CAP, but they pay really good. Pay also special attention to the pay. These are highly specialized jobs, highly specialized. And most of them are looking for an actual risk management framework person. Pay attention to the estimated amount and how many jobs there are. 30. Okay. Now you might be thinking, Bruce, like what? Then why did you tell me to? We'll get to that. Okay. Now let me show you this. Here's why I was saying CISSP. 19,000 jobs. It's highly, highly marketable. It's not an easy certification. It's very difficult, and you have to have a certain amount of years under your belt to even take it, to even have the cert. So obviously, this one has the highest marketability and the pay. Look at the pay. Let's take a look at the pay. Look at this. Look at the range on this. Look at that. Look at this. 83, 80. These are pretty low end jobs. I don't know where. New York is that? No, that's not New York. Okay, North Carolina, New York. Look at that. So that's what we're talking about with CISSP. Now let's look at a couple of other ones. CASP. Let's look at that one. CASP, look at this, the marketability. That's not bad for the CASP. CASP is a professional level certification, and so is CISSP, and that's why I recommend them. And you can see it's reflected in how much they are. Whoops, I just switched, man. I'm gonna end up showing you guys something you shouldn't see. Yeah, here we go. So that's CASP plus. Now let's look at. I want to go back to real quick back to the ISC2 cap. Well, actually, let me just put cap right here. Just cap. You see if it. Yeah, it's just too open. Like it's too many. Look at this. It's not even the type of cap we're looking for. This is I don't even know what that is. So we have to put ISC2 cap. ISC2 cap for the 30 jobs. 30 jobs. But look at this. The estimate is pretty good. That spread is pretty good. Whereas I was telling you this cap over the CYSA plus. Still a good certification, depends on what you want to do. Of course, if you are going for a job as a cybersecurity analyst, then yes, you would want to do this. Because that's not bad. That's not bad pay if that's what you want to do. Because look at this, Security Operations Center. That's another thing. Security Operations Center is where all the analysts hang out. There you go again. This is a TSSEI. That's actually pretty good pay. That's actually pretty good. But yeah, junior security analyst, professor that usually requires a master's degree. Yeah, analyst, the spread on the analyst is pretty, it's okay. Like I'm not sitting here saying it's not going to pay you good, but if you want to do risk management framework, yeah, if it's between this and a cap, I would say that ISC2 cap is better. Overall, CASP, I would not even mess around, David. I would go for the CASP or I would go for CISSP. And you said, is the CASP also closely associated with the risk management framework work? No, not really. It's more related to like a CISSP where you're a cybersecurity generalist. Correct me if I'm wrong, people who have a CASP. I don't have a CASP. But my good friend, who is also my mentor, he has a CASP. He said it was not easy certification. He has a CASP and a security and a CISP. He told me CASP was super hard. And he told me, and I already know CASP is no joke. Like that as a certification is no joke. And I'll show you why in a second. You said, I also have a few AWS certs. So, wow, that's awesome, man. Congrats. So, I'm also interested in cloud security. I don't have enough experience for CISP yet, but it's in my future plans. Okay, okay, okay. That gives me a little bit more insight. Okay, let me show you another reason why I said the cap over CYSA. It depends on your job, but you said you wanted a risk management framework job, so that would definitely be ISC2 or CISSP. The reason why I said CASP was because CASP is such a high level certification that people will take that. They'll take that over a cap. And let me show you why. So there's something called a DoD 8570. Now I talk about this a lot. If you watch me, I mention this one quite a bit because it's very important. And the reason why it's important, especially in government type positions, is because this is literally the approved baseline for certifications. They're telling you, hey, get this right here. We're a government contractor working for the Department of Defense, working for NASA, working for aerospace contracts. We want you to have these certifications right here. These are the approved certifications. This is coming from a .mil site, by the way, cyber.mil. This is not some rando site of a bunch of geeks arguing about certifications. No, this is real deal. This is coming from the actual government saying, hey, we want to see this. And look at this. Take a look at this. Now, first of all, let me explain this. IAT level 2 means information assurance technical level 1. This is like a help desk, customer support They usually are people taking tickets and helping one individual system or something like connect to the internet or whatever it might be. So that's what that is. And then you've got, hold on a second. I'm trying to connect to my live here on the live Podbean podcast here. Okay, there we go. All right. So, and if you're joining us late, we are on a podcast. We're talking about different levels and layers to this cybersecurity game, specifically about certifications. All right. Somebody asked me, should they get the CASP, the CISSP, the ISC2 CAP, the CYSA plus, like which one should they get? Because they've got a pick of 6 different certifications they can get. And now I'm breaking down the DOD 8570, 8140 is what they're going to be calling in the future. Which one should you get based off of facts, off of information, off of data? That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Okay, so we're on the approved baseline certification, and I'm explaining to you what the IAT level 1 is. This is like a help desk customer support type person. And look at this. They're asking you to have a A+ certification, a CCNA+, a CND, that kind of thing, right? And then you go to the next level. An IAT level 2 is kind of the next level up. They're expected to know a little bit more than just a help desk person. They might be handling some network issues on a LAN, on a local area network, but then they haven't gotten into like different enclaves or like maybe weapon systems or WAN type stuff just yet. Like, but they're a step above just a normal help desk. They might be a customer support level 2 or level 3 or something. But look at these certifications. There's your CYSA right there. It's on the list, so that's actually a good certification. But then you've got a couple of G level certs. These are all SANS courses, GSEC, GICSP, and some others, right? There's Security Plus, you're already on there. And then I'm talking about, this is what I was telling you to get. This right here is, I'm telling you to level up to this. IAT level 3, because this is where the whole game changes after this level right here. I'm telling you to go to this level. If there's any way you can do this, now if you can't, then I'm gonna explain to you why you should go for the CAP in a second. But IAT level 3, these are professional level certs. These certs are a step above entry level, right? A couple steps above entry level certifications, starting with the CASP. Okay, CCNP. If you guys know anything about Cisco certs, CCNP is no joke. Okay, it's no joke. It's like 3 or 4 certifications that you have to take just to get this certification. It's no joke. CISA, big time certification, is a very good certification. Used a lot with the big 4, your Deloitte, your Price Waterhouse, your KMPG, whatever the hell it's called, and those types of accounting firms, large Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 accounting firms. They look for CISA? That's a big one. CISSP is good all around. And also, even if you don't have the years, you should know that you could become an associate. You could literally sit for the test, take it, and you can become an associate, meaning you've already taken the test and you're just waiting for the skill set to drop. Go to the site and they'll explain all the details of that. I think you have to have a letter of recommendation and stuff like that. But I'm sure you can get that if you've been in this field for some time. And so these are the ones that I would recommend. Another one, I think this is a cloud cert right here. Is the CCSP. This is the ISC2 squared CCSP. Now, if you might even want to try this one if you're trying to go the cloud route, because you said you already have a couple AWS certifications, so this one might help you out. But here's why I said, but since you're trying to go for a security compliance risk management framework, if you go down one level, these are IAM. So IAM level 1, you see CAP here, and you see CAP here, right? So let me explain. So IAM level 1, IAM stands for Information Assurance Management. So this type of manager is going to be somebody who might be a supervisor on this managing a few people, right? And then and the reason why CAP is here is because information system security officers, which you're talking about being an information system security officer, is considered a cybersecurity, is under cybersecurity management. And the reason why that is because you are interfacing with a lot of different people. You're talking to a lot of different stakeholders. You're talking to directors, C-level execs. You're moving chess pieces on a larger scale. You're not just a pawn anymore. Like, not I'm not trying to downgrade or disparage these IAT level ones or your help desk people. That's all necessary and needed. Nobody's doing anything without customer support. Nobody's doing anything without maintaining the system. So let's just get that straight. But they're making one move at a time, right? They're seeing they're kind of in their own lane. Even firewall guys, they're in their own lane. They're doing their own thing. They have blinders on. They're not looking left and right. They're looking at the firewall and the rules, and that's it. If it's a server, they're looking at the server and the rules for that server and the configurations for that server, and that is it. But when you get to this level, when you're a cap, when you're an ISC2 cap, when you are looking at the actual security of the whole of a system, like you're looking at the organization's footprint, you're looking at how can we what is the security posture of the organization. You're not looking at one system, you're looking at many systems, which means you have to talk to many different stakeholders, which means you have to talk to directors, you have to talk to managers. Your whole role is different. Like your whole scope is different. You got to think differently. You got to think more like a manager. That's it. So typically these guys are paid a little bit more because of that. And here's one thing to notice too. Security Plus is no joke. Security Plus is on IAM level 1. Yeah. So Security Plus is pretty serious. But you also see the CAP here. The CAP is a good certification, but so is CASP. Look at that. CASP, CISSP. You see some repeating patterns here. Like you can literally move here or here. For that reason, the CISP, CASP, and the CISSP are chess moves, because it's like a queen that's moving all the way across the board, all over the place. And even in your specializations, like if you go down here, this is an information assurance architect engineer, something like that. And it still has CISSP here and a CASP. A CASP and a CISSP is a chess move. It's a big move. It's not an easy cert, but once you get it, sky's the limit. And they're going to have to pay you more because you're going to be worth more, because the marketability of the CISSP and the CASP is on a different level from the Security Plus, from the CAP, from the CYSA Plus. It's a whole different ball game when you're talking about CASP. Let me show you another let me give you further context into this. There's this site. If you want to follow along with me, what I'm going to type in right now in Google is security certification progression chart 2021. And there's this one dude. I don't know who this guy is, but this site is incredible. His name is Paul Jeremy, pauljeremy.com. This is an incredible site. If you haven't seen this, look at this. What you're looking at here, these dots, these squares of different colors and patterns on here, this rainbow of different colors. These are all certifications. There's like 500 different ones. That's why it's so small. And he's ranking these based off of their different areas of cybersecurity. So you've got communication and network security. You've got IAM, information assurance managers. You've got security architecture and engineers. You've got, I said, you need to look at this. If you haven't seen this before, you need to take a look at this to see where you stand in this chart, because it's very telling. Okay. This dude took a lot of time on doing this, and this chart is really incredible. I love the way he did this, and I wish I could zoom in on it, but he's got so much going on here that I cannot zoom in on this chart any further. But what I'll do is I'll just kind of highlight each one, and I want to take you to where you are. So you said you got a Security Plus, right? So you said a Security Plus is going to be somewhere in this vicinity. It's going to be an entry level. Here it is right here. Security Plus is right here. See this black line that's on the like bottom half of this chart of 500 different controls on the bottom half, Security Plus. It's no joke, but look how much ground it covers. Look how many, it's going across 2 or 3 different security categories. It's going across from asset security to security risk management to security assessment training to software security. So Security Plus is actually a great move for anyone. So it's a really good cert. But look at this. If you go all the way up here is where you see the CASP, the CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner Plus. There it is right there. And CAP is right beneath it. So CAP is no joke. CAP is a pretty good certification, but it focuses. See how the square is so small? It's only within one. It's only one thing. It's security and risk management. I like the way he did this because it's representing. See how CASP goes all the way across, almost from one end of the spectrum to another, and it's in black because it's representing so many different. It's foundational. It's covering so much ground. It's covering everything from IAM to security architecture and engineering to asset security to security and management to security asset and testing to all the way across. It covers so much ground. It's kind of a generalist type security certification, kind of like the CISSP. So once you get it, you're so solid. Like there's so many different jobs you can do. There's so many different areas you can get into. Whereas the CAP is kind of like it's very focused on just one thing, which is good if that's all you're trying to do. Which for me it was good. I have a CASP, and I mean CAP. I have a CAP certification. It's been great for me because when I get in there, I usually know more than anybody else in an entire company. I'm not even I am not even exaggerating. I know more than in a division about risk management framework and NIST 800 than most people in most organizations I go to. I can tell when they open their mouth that I know more than them about that particular thing. About cloud stuff, I'm sure they can run circles around me, but when it comes to NIST 800, like I've just done this so long, I just have a freakish understanding of it. And I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing, to be honest with you, because it sucks. I have to give away a lot of childhood memories and stuff for that, that little piece of information that's been paying me for years. Anyway. So yeah, that's what I'll say about that. I kind of beat that dead horse, but this site right here is really good. If you want to find this, go to Google, go to Bing, go to where your favorite search engine and all you got to type in is security certification progression. And this is one of the first things that come up. The dude's name is pauljeremy.com. And it's a great, it breaks down the path of progression if you're trying to get a security certification. Okay, let me read some more questions here. I've been ignoring people. Let me see. Back on TikTok, somebody asked me, okay, man, I got a few questions here. Holy moly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me see. Somebody said, I have a CASP plus and a CYSA plus, and I was thinking about getting my CISSP. Ain't nothing wrong with it. CISSP is no joke. CISSP is on another level. CASP is also very good though. I would, Brandon, if you don't already have a cloud certification, I would recommend probably going in that direction. If you have one, man, good on you, man. Because I'm just saying this because and I'm going back into the workforce. Like I'm in between jobs right now. For those of you who don't know, I'm in between jobs, and I took a very long, like 3-month long vacation. I'm on the last leg of that. I'm in a background investigation, going to equip, all that kind of BS. You know what I mean? So if you work for the government, you know what I mean. So that takes like a week, 3 weeks, I don't know, 4 weeks, something. I have no idea. I'm still interviewing because it's taking so long. Anyway, while I'm doing all these interviews for this new job, everybody is asking me about cloud stuff. Everybody. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm a risk management framework guy. Anyway, yeah, cloud is the way to go. If you already have a CASP is equivalent to the CISSP, but CISSP is definitely a step above. But if you already have the CASP, I mean, you could probably just go to something else and kind of focus on that. But it's CISP, not a waste of your time, that's for sure. But a better use of your time, more leverage, would be cloud if you don't already have it. Let me see. Somebody said, I am in college for cybersecurity. Is that the right way to pursue it? Yeah, I would say Playboy. Only thing is if you're in college, this goes to anybody in college. First of all, in this industry, let me enlighten you. Okay, so in this industry, if you're going for a job in cybersecurity, they will take anybody with a STEM degree. Number one, if you have an associate's or a bachelor's or a master's in STEM, that means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and some experience, they will take you. That being said, cybersecurity is a great degree. That's a great, great degree because it's going to get you the internships and stuff. What I'm trying to tell you, any college kid, any college student of any age, is that before you get out of college, focus on getting experience before you get out. If you can get a certification, that's great too on the way to your degree, because the degree is so costly, it's so expensive, and it takes so much of your time. That's really the most expensive thing about the degree is the time. The right now, what you can do, the best thing you can do is get into this field the fastest is to actually get experience. How do you get experience? That's your naturally your next question. There's a couple ways. Try to volunteer in the school. What do I mean? So the school typically will have some kind of work program where some of them literally pay you to help fix their computers, to remove malware, to scan the network, to look at why rogue APs on the campus. Like try to get real experience working in the industry. And at the college, you'll be able to put that worked for Phoenix University,